Fanatics Fest is the real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson.
I got Jake Paul knocking him out.
I love Mike Tyson. He's got
Iron Mike Tyson.
On November 15th, 2024, the boxing world was set ablaze as Jake Paul and Mike Tyson finally squared off in an unforgettable showdown at T Arena. This wasn't just a fight, it was an event. Every seat was taken, the energy was off the charts, and the atmosphere was electric. Boxing icons like Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez were front and center, joined by a massive turnout from Hollywood actors, rappers, influencers, and athletes, all gathered to witness this clash of eras. Jake Paul entered the ring brimming with confidence, soaking in the spotlight, looking every bit the showman. For months, he had hyped this fight, building up the moment as if it were his ultimate triumph. But as Mike Tyson made his entrance, it was clear who the real legend was. Calm and composed, Tyson was all business. At 58, he carried a quiet intensity, a fierce reminder of his storied past. There were no antics, no need for showboating, just the aura of a man who had seen it all. In the arena, everyone could sense the gravity of the situation. Jake Paul was about to face perhaps the most dangerous 58-year-old on the planet. When the bell rang, the tension was palpable, and the entire crowd was on the edge of their seats. Cameras flashed, social media buzzed, and the clash was underway. Jake Paul started the fight confidently, dancing on his feet and throwing light jabs to gauge Tyson's reaction. But Tyson was calm, almost too calm, moving with a calculated intensity that felt predatory. At 58, Tyson wasn't the unstoppable force of his prime, but his presence alone was daunting. Each step he took toward Jake seemed to carry years of experience and raw power. Jake kept his distance, relying on footwork and jabs to avoid Tyson's reach, but Mike's timing was still razor-sharp. He didn't throw many punches in the first round, but the few he did were precise, sending a clear message he was waiting for the perfect moment. As round 2 began, Jake grew braver, mixing up his shots and targeting Tyson's body. His improved stamina and conditioning were evident. He wasn't tiring like in previous fights. But Tyson seemed to be warming up, studying every move. Each time Jake landed a punch, Tyson would nod, as if acknowledging the effort. Then, out of nowhere, Tyson unleashed a short left hook, catching Jake off guard and sending the crowd into a frenzy. It wasn't enough to seriously hurt, but it was a stark reminder of the power Tyson still carried. Jake was rattled by the short left hook, backpedaling quickly as Tyson closed in. This was the danger zone. Jake tried to reset, sticking to his jab and using his height and reach, but Tyson was starting to get inside. By the end of the round, both men were still standing, but the momentum was shifting. Tyson was applying pressure, and a hint of nervousness crept into Jake's energy. Round 3 saw Jake come out more defensively. Tyson's relentless presence was clearly affecting him. Jake circled the ring, working to avoid Tyson's deadly inside exchanges, but Tyson was on the hunt. He didn't charge in recklessly. Instead, he strategically pushed Jake toward the ropes, where he'd unleash punishing body shots that echoed through the arena. The sound was bone-chilling, each punch chipping away at Jake's defenses. Jake fought back, landing a solid right hand that had the crowd roaring, but Tyson absorbed it like it was nothing. That's the thing about Iron Mike. Age might have slowed him, but he could still take a punch and keep coming forward. Tyson was breaking Jake down bit by bit. By the end of round 3, Jake's strategy was clear: survive and outlast. But with the way Tyson was moving, that was easier said than done. Round 4 was where Jake had his best moment. He came out with renewed confidence, landing sharp combinations, snapping his jab in Tyson's face, and even connecting with a clean right hand that seemed to momentarily stun Mike. The crowd went wild, and for a brief second, it looked like Jake might turn the tide. But Tyson wasn't fazed. After taking the punch, he grinned a smile that seemed to say, "You messed up, kid." From that moment, Tyson resumed his relentless pursuit. Each step brought him closer to Jake, whose discomfort was beginning to show. Tyson's head movement was sharp, slipping punches with the finesse of his prime. Jake's shots were landing, but they didn't seem to affect Tyson in the slightest. Near the end of the round, Tyson unleashed a brutal combination to Jake's body, visibly slowing him down. Those punishing body shots were taking their toll, and Tyson just kept moving forward. As round 5 began, Tyson turned up the intensity, fully in predator mode. Jake tried to keep his distance, but it was clear he was starting to feel the effects of Tyson's relentless pressure and power. Jake was doing everything he could to stay away, but Tyson was cutting off the ring with precision. Each time Jake tried to escape, Tyson was there, closing the gap and hammering him with heavy hooks to the body. Midway through the round, Tyson landed a massive left to Jake's ribs that visibly hurt him. Jake grimaced, backing off to catch his breath, but Tyson sensed weakness. He began throwing rapid combinations targeting both the body and head. Jake held tough, clinching whenever Tyson got too close, but by the round's end it was clear he was being worn down, and the end was near. Round 6 was a nightmare for Jake Paul. Tyson was fully in control, and Jake's energy was fading fast. His punches had lost their sting, and he was just hanging on, trying to survive. Tyson, however, was unstoppable, relentlessly pursuing him, cutting off the ring, and unleashing classic Tyson combinations. Each time Jake tried to clinch, Tyson would rip a hook to the body or slip in an uppercut, making every exchange brutal. Jake was covering up, trying to weather the storm, but Tyson was landing at will. The crowd could feel it. A knockdown was imminent, and Tyson was ready to end it. At the end of round 6, Tyson landed a brutal right uppercut that snapped Jake's head back, with the bell being the only thing that saved him. Jake wobbled to his corner, visibly shaken, and the crowd was buzzing. It was only a matter of time now. Round 7 was the final act. Tyson came out determined, and Jake, exhausted, could barely move his legs. Tyson closed in, backed Jake into a corner, and unleashed a relentless barrage of hooks and uppercuts. It was vintage Tyson, pure power, pure aggression. Jake tried to hold his ground, but Tyson overwhelmed him. Then, the moment everyone was waiting for, Tyson connected with a crushing right hand, followed by a devastating left hook that sent Jake crashing to the canvas. The arena erupted as Jake lay there, hurt and unable to continue. Tyson had sealed the deal, and the legend had proven himself once again. The referee began the count as Jake struggled to rise, his legs like jelly. 10.9. Jake made it to his feet, but he was barely standing, stumbling unsteadily. The ref took one look, waved it off, and the fight was over. Tyson had won by knockout in the 7th round. The arena exploded with excitement. Fans leapt from their seats, screaming in celebration. On social media, Twitter was ablaze with reactions, memes, and hot takes. Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed boxing bad boy, had finally faced a humbling defeat, and it was at the hands of the legendary Mike Tyson. The internet went wild. Fans couldn't get enough of seeing Jake knocked out by a true icon of the sport. The fight had delivered everything they'd hoped for and more. Tyson's epic win and Jake's crushing loss created a moment that would be talked about for years to come. Die-hard Jake Paul supporters were in shock, scrambling to defend him with posts like, "Yo, Jake still put up a good fight or he'll come back stronger, just wait." But after seeing him hit the canvas like that, it was hard to back up. Some fans were in complete denial, acting like the knockout didn't even happen. Meanwhile, the majority of fans, especially his critics, were reveling in Jake's loss. His haters, who had waited years for this, flooded social media with gifs, clips, and hilarious comments like "Jake got Tysoned." And this is the KO we've been waiting for. And then there were Tyson's fans, the die-hard ogs who'd been watching him since the 80s. For them, this was a victory that proved Tyson's legendary status once again. They celebrated each moment, hyping him up online and calling him Iron Mike. Thrilled to see their hero show that even now, he's still a beast. Tyson's fans celebrated, calling him the real baddest man on the planet and a living legend. Social media was full of pure admiration for Tyson, with comments like, "This is why you never doubt Mike Tyson," and even at 58, Tyson still throws hands like a savage. Celebrities at the fight chimed in too. Snoop Dogg posted videos on Instagram, saying, "Told y'all not to mess with Tyson," while KSI tweeted, "Jake, what happened?" Tyson just reminded the world who he is. Everyone had something to say. This wasn't just a fight, it was a cultural moment that rocked the entire entertainment world. Well, there you have it, fight fans. That's all I have for you today. What was your reaction to the knockout? Did you see it coming, or were you as shocked as everyone else? Drop a comment and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to Boxing World, and I'll see you next time.